Nathan, this is brilliant. Caroline leaned back in her leather chair, reviewing the synopsis. A love story set against the Great Depression? You think publishers will be interested? I'm sure, especially after the success of your last novel. Her office always smelled of coffee and expensive perfume. Perfect order on the desk, only manuscripts in stacks on the floor. You know, she stood up, walked to the window. The main character reminds me of myself when I was young. Really? Just as ambitious, passionate? At 50, Caroline had retained that passion. And her figure, too. I used some of your traits, I admitted. It shows, especially in the scene with the main character. Her gaze became somewhat special, studying. I hope Emily won't be jealous, she smiled. Of a character? Of how much time we'll be spending together? I shrugged. She's used to it. You're my agent and mother-in-law. That makes our collaboration special. Caroline returned to the desk, leaned over the manuscript. Her perfume smelled of something spicy. When do we start working? Right now, if you want. My evening is free. And Emily? At a conference in Boston. Returns in a week. Then shall we order dinner to the office? Chinese food? As always. Over food, we discussed the characters. She sat next to me, occasionally touching my shoulder. Your protagonist has a complex character, she noted. Like you. I'm not complex. Oh, believe me, I know you better than you think. Her voice took on some new notes. And what am I like? Passionate, deep, a bit dangerous. Dangerous? For women of a certain type. What type? She looked into my eyes. Like your heroine. Like me. Outside it grew dark. The office was empty. Just us and the unfinished novel. It's late, I said. Afraid? Of what? Of what might happen. For the next few days, we worked late. Caroline proved to be a demanding editor. This scene is too bland. She tapped her pencil on the page. Where's the passion? Where's the tension? Maybe you can show me what you mean. She got up from the desk, came closer. Imagine how she looks at him. Her hand rested on my shoulder, lightly but confidently. There's electricity between them. Her voice grew quieter. Every look is like a touch. I swallowed. Like this? Exactly. Now capture that feeling. Writing in her presence became harder. Her presence was distracting, stirring. Don't stop, she whispered, reading over my shoulder. You're on the right track. Her perfume was making my head spin. Or was it fatigue? Coffee? She offered. Better whiskey. Dangerous decision. Why? Alcohol breaks down barriers. She took a bottle from the cabinet. Amber liquid gleamed in the glasses. To the creative process, she smiled. To inspiration. Our fingers touched when she passed the glass. You know, she said after the second whiskey, you write about love as if you haven't experienced it in a long time. Maybe that's true. And Emily? We're together out of habit. I understand. I was in such a marriage too. Before the divorce? Before I realized life's too short for non-love. Her eyes seemed darker than usual in the office's dim light. And now? Do you love life? Sometimes, especially lately, we were sitting too close. Dangerously close. This novel, she whispered. It's changing something between us. You notice it? Hard not to. The corridor lights went out. We remained in the island of the desk lamp's light. I should go, I said, standing up. Of course. She stood too. Continue tomorrow? Definitely. At the door, she suddenly touched my hand. Nathan? Yes? Nothing. See you tomorrow. All the way home, I thought about her touch, and about how we were playing with fire. That evening, a storm knocked out power to half the district. Only emergency lighting in the office remained. Maybe we should call it a day, I suggested, looking out the window. And miss such atmosphere. Caroline lit candles. Perfect for working on the love scene. She was right. The dim light created a special mood. Read. She sat next to me on the couch. By candlelight. It's perfect. Come on. I want to feel every word. I began reading. The love story set against the Great Depression suddenly felt very personal. Stop. She touched my hand. This scene, are you writing it about someone? Maybe. About me? Our eyes met in the flickering candlelight. "You know me too well," I admitted. "Not as well as I'd like to." Her hand was still on mine. Warm, soft. "Caroline, shh, don't spoil the moment." The kiss was inevitable, like the storm outside. Her lips tasted of whiskey and something sweet. "Mint? We shouldn't," I whispered. "I know, but it's too late." The candles cast strange shadows on the walls. Thunder crashed very close. In the office's half-light, reality merged with fantasy. We became characters in our own novel, where passion intertwined with guilt. Every touch, like a new word. Every sigh, like a new chapter. The storm raged outside while we created our own story. Her moans merged with thunderclaps. My kisses followed the rhythm of the rain. Time stopped. There were only us, the candles, and the unfinished novel. Later, we lay covered by her cashmere blanket. "What are you thinking about?" she asked. "That it'll be difficult to write love scenes now." "Why?" "Because reality has surpassed any fantasy." She smiled. "Use it in the novel." "But what about—" "Shh. We'll think about consequences in the morning." The morning began with a phone call. Emily. "Honey, where are you?" "No answer at home." "At the office, working on the novel." Technically, I wasn't lying. Caroline, collecting scattered manuscript pages, raised an eyebrow. "Mom says you're making progress." Pride sounded in Emily's voice. "Yes, we're working productively." After the call, an awkward silence fell. "That was awful," I said. "Lying to your daughter?" "That too." She went to the window, hugging herself. I came up behind her, embraced her shoulders. She leaned into me. "What are we going to do?" "Work on the novel." She turned to face me. "It has to be perfect. And us, and we, will be professionals." "That's all?" "Until we decide otherwise." The day passed in attempts to focus on work. "This scene is too explicit," she said, reading the new chapter. "Inspired by real events." "Nathan—" "Sorry, professionalism, I remember." But her hand lingered on mine longer than necessary. "Coffee?" I offered. "Better I leave, before we again—" "Again what?" "You know what." By evening I had written an entire chapter. About passion, mystery, and forbidden love. "Sent it to your email," I informed her. "I'll read it at home." "Here. It's not safe. We're acting like teenagers. Worse, we're acting like lovers." "Aren't we lovers?" She paused at the door. "That would be too complicated." "It's already complicated." "I know." "The romantic lines are flawlessly written." The publisher was thrilled. "You can feel the personal experience." Caroline and I exchanged glances. "If he only knew." "Nathan immersed himself deeply in the material," she said impassively. After the meeting, we stayed in her office. The familiar setting now felt electrified. "They'll accept the novel." She poured champagne. "It's a success. Our shared success." "Yes, in every sense." "Caroline." "I know, we need to decide." 2 weeks after that night, we pretended nothing had happened. "I can't do this anymore," I confessed. "It's driving me crazy." "You think it's easy for me? Seeing you every day and—" "And what?" "And holding back." I moved closer. "Do we have to?" "Nathan, we've discussed this." "Discussed, but haven't decided." Her perfume still made my head spin. Or was it the champagne? "What are you suggesting?" "To be together." "And Emily?" "I'll file for divorce." She stepped back. "You're insane." "Maybe, but I love you." "Don't say that." "Why? It's the truth." "Because I love you too, and that complicates everything." Silence fell in the office, only the ticking of the clock. "We could leave," I suggested. "Start over." "And destroy the family, career, for love." "Love doesn't always win, Nathan. In novels it does." "We're not in a novel." She was right, as always. "Then what?" "We need time to think." "How long?" "Until the novel is published. Then we'll decide." The novel's presentation drew a full house. Emily sat in the front row, proud and happy. Caroline stood backstage, in a black dress, elegant and unreachable. "Are you ready?" she asked before my entrance. "For the speech?" "Yes." "For the decision?" 3 months had passed since our conversation. The novel became a bestseller. "I filed for divorce," I said quietly. She froze. "When?" Yesterday. Emily doesn't know yet. You're crazy. Because of you. The audience applauded. I was announced. We'll talk later, she whispered. I talked about the novel, answered questions, but kept looking at her. Who inspired the main character? Someone from the audience asked. A woman who changed my life. Emily smiled, thinking I meant her. After the presentation was a reception. Caroline avoided me. Congratulations, dear. Emily kissed my cheek. You did great. We need to talk. Of course, at home. No, now. I led her to an empty conference room. What's wrong? I'm filing for divorce. She laughed. What? I fell in love with someone else. Who is she? At that moment, the door opened. Caroline. Mom? Did you need something? She looked at me. It's her, I said quietly. Emily looked back and forth between her mother and me. No, she whispered. No, honey? Caroline stepped toward her daughter. Don't come near me. Emily ran from the hall. We were left alone. Why now? Caroline asked. Because I'm tired of lying. And now what? Now we'll live, honestly. She'll never forgive. Maybe, but I can't be without you. And I without you. Beyond the door, the reception continued, celebrating the success of a love story. Our love story. Did you like this story? Let us know in the comments what you liked. Subscribe to our storytelling podcast. Also, don't forget to like and ring the bell so you don't miss more interesting stories. See you soon.